protective or prophylactic vaccines and vaccine programs, VBI also has immunotherapeutics, the opportunity to treat, disorders with your technology. Back to hepatitis B, you do have a chronic treatment program that's up and running. You're collaborating with VBI Bio with a couple of trials. Jeff, share with us what the goals are of what a chronic, treatment for Hep B might be, with your candidate and the combinations that you're looking at.
Yeah, we're really excited about VBI-2601, which, as you said, is a therapeutic HBV immunotherapeutic or vaccine. This was derived from the prophylactic vaccine using the same three antigens, but changing the antigen ratios and, in fact, the adjuvant. And what the objective here is to do is to be part of a functional cure for chronic hepatitis B. And I think, we've seen from all of the new modalities of S reducers, i.e. to eliminate circulating S in the liver cells, what we've seen with the siRNAs, et cetera, is that whilst they're really effective at knocking down S in the first instance, then, 60, 80, 90% of people, depending on which study you look at and which modality you look at, proteases, et cetera, actually rebound. So you see S re-emerge in the liver cells. So the objective here is to sort of address the three components of a functional cure, which would be to knock down S, would be to use a powerful adjuvant to re-stimulate the immune system, and then vaccinate in a way in which that you can stop that rebound by inducing natural immunity to fight off the reinfection of the liver cells with S. And so, a lot of big companies are sort of following this approach. Some are using very non-specific immune modulators, such as TLR7, 8, 9, or whatever. And ours, in a phase 2b/3 study with our partner VBI in Southeast Asia and extending particularly into China, is the first to actually use a specific HBV immune modulator. And so we're in two studies. One is a triple combination using Alnylam, Vir's licensed to VBI siRNA with the VBI adjuvant, and then administering our vaccine at the sort of back end to re-stimulate natural immunity and hopefully stop this sort of rebound reinfection of hepatitis B. We're also in a big study, which is an add-on. As I'm sure people know, the current standard of care for managing chronic HBV NUCs. And NUCs do actually achieve a functional cure in some proportion of people, between 10 to 12% of people, depends what study you look at. The problem with NUCs are that, you have pretty awful side effects, quite severe flu-like symptoms. And so the idea here is by adding on VBI-2601 onto standard NUC therapy, can you perhaps double, triple that functional cure rate? Because that would make, first of all, the side effect profile somewhat more tolerable if there was a better than a 10 or 12% chance of functional cure. But then on top of that, it's a very affordable regimen in China and Southeast Asia. Not everyone in the world, there's 100 million chronically infected people in China, and not everyone is going to be able to afford the siRNA regimen with adjuvant and 2601. So really the add-on therapy probably is only a solution in China, but it's a very, very important public health unmet medical need. But we're really excited about the triple combination data when it reads out in the second half of this year through our colleagues at VBI, and what that informs for the rest of the world. We, VBI, have retained the ex-China rights to this. So once we have some data, I think if it's successful, touch wood, then we'll have really exciting discussions with some of the other players who have made very significant moves in this field for the rest of the world rights.
Great. We look forward to the data in the second half.